Welcome back to another video. This is the video y'all seem to like, especially now that I know how to put chapters in the stuff so y'all can kind of skip around. But this is our weekly report on different projects I'm looking at, projects I'm involved in, projects I'm happy with, projects I'm not happy with. And it has been a very interesting 7 days. I can't tell you. Well, I guess I will tell you shortly. If y'all have been keeping up with my videos during the last 7 days, y'all know we've been very busy. A lot of stuff going on. Personal life, there's a lot of stuff going on. I had to do my taxes last night. So trust me, y'all think the crypto market was down, you should see my checkbook right now. So doing YouTube videos all the time, trying to keep the channel up, trying to keep y'all informed with everything going on, trying to do airdrops and stuff like that. You know, I haven't been able to do that much overtime at work my side business as much, and the checkbook's starting to feel it. So if y'all want to buy anything, make sure y'all check those links out underneath. I might even put a Solana address up one day, just get desperate, just ask for donations for people who bought at $8 and have plenty of Solana to give away. But things are tight right now, so to say. And, you know, being involved in a lot of these test net or even beta projects, I think is starting to catch up because I understand you want to support projects and everything like that. And there's some projects I feel really good about. We're going to talk about those in a little bit as far as beta projects and testnet projects. But at some point, I think we need to be involved in the paying out projects because things start getting a little thin if in the wallet area when you're putting out for test projects. You know, some of these projects that don't cost anything is one thing. Some that do, you know, you kind of want to see a little bit of return. That's the give and take. By getting involved in some of these projects early that are beta and testnet type stuff, you're taking the chance that by getting in early and taking that gamble, you get paid out more. I'm starting to wonder if some of these projects on testnet have so many people involved, what are we really going to see as far as the gamble we're taking? So try not to rant too much. I know this is going to be a long video because we have so many projects now we're talking about. So let's go ahead and get started on some of these projects. Also, check out the link I have for Saltwater Madness. This is a good friend of mine who shows you how to do fishing in down South Louisiana. Speckled trout, redfish, wintertime, summertime, it doesn't matter. He's always hooking into these fish. I keep saying I'm going to do a collab video with him soon. It will happen this year. I spoke to him about it today, but I'll be getting on the boat with him soon, going down to Grand Isle, Louisiana. Me and my son, him and his son, and we're going to go tear up some speckled trout and redfish. So stay tuned for those videos. But in the meantime, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's just a local friend of mine that could use the help, and go check out some of his cool fishing videos. This video is brought to you by C4 Crawfish Catering out of Corpus Christi, Texas. This is a good friend of mine. I do some hunting with him, who runs a crawfish catering company out of Corpus Christi, Texas. I've seen some great reviews on him. I'm looking at the pictures. He looks like he does a darn good job. Y'all know I do some cooking videos on my other YouTube page, and it looks very good what he has been doing. So I just want to help support him. If anybody knows anything about, you know, crawfish or anything like that, it's not easy for everybody to do. So crawfish prices have been crazy, but if you want to, sometimes it's easy just to get them boiled yourself, especially if you have a big catering job. Well, first thing you notice is that there's been some changes to this, and there probably will be some more changes coming. I'm even thinking about moving the beta up because I feel better about the beta than I do majority of those testnet projects right now. Yeah, I know I'm big on that, but I don't want to jump ahead too much. You see DIMO is pushed down. Y'all, if y'all caught my video last week, y'all know I am highly pissed off, and I excuse my French for those who can't handle it, but and look, I know that goes to show you, I've tried to tell people crypto projects, the coin, the tokens, you know, different parts of crypto is very fluid. You can't get stuck on one thing. This week I might love something. DIMO's perfect example of that. If y'all have caught any of these weekly update videos in the last, I don't know, 6-7 weeks I've did them, almost every week I've been praising DIMO. And in 7 days, they're going to the crapper. And I'm going to get to that in detail for those who missed that video during the week. And we'll discuss that thoroughly. So I'm going to try to skip over some of these kind of fast. That's the same old no updates and BS like that. And so I can hit on some of that. But just because we liked the project last week, we can fall out of favor with it. Just because we didn't like a project last week, things could change, updates could come. We could see different things changing, and we could now really like that project. So I see people all the time, and not just on my channels or Twitter or anything like that, just in any Twitter or any YouTube page. If somebody's talking highly about a project because something's changed, that they've improved, and people want to attack that person saying, or not really attack, or just make comments like, oh, you didn't like that last week, or last week you loved it, and now you're going to tell us this. Things change. Projects change, especially in testnet and beta. Things change, either from input from people, input from investors, input from possible, clients, customers, whatever you want to call it. Things change. DIMO's one of them, at least on as far as my attitude. DIMO I was high on. It went from #1 to not even ranked. We'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to go off of the first thing, Bitharvest. If y'all have spent 5 seconds in my channel, y'all know I love Bitharvest. I have people still question me why, because they just can't wrap their head around it. They can't understand it. Why do I like it? It's not technically a project. I still say it all the time. This is from a Syncrobit. Syncrobit, I bought the board from Amazon that you can use to program it and stuff like that. So this is a Syncrobit. This is the RockPi POS from Nebra. Never did work right on Helium. I know it's hard to freaking see it with all this stupid. Anyway, y'all get the point. And you can take those devices, instead of just running Helium on it, you can run all these different projects. Y'all have heard me constantly talk before about Bitharvest. So if y'all caught my video Saturday, I know it was a long video. I got a little personal in the beginning. Got some inner demons I'm dealing with, that kind of stuff like that. It is what it is. It's called life. I understand that. But it showed the beauty of Bitharvest, how I went out to a rooftop, took the SD card out, and I programmed one here at my office with Bitharvest already in it, burned it to the card, and all I got to do is go to my host place on top of a building in Baton Rouge, open up the sense cap from Helium, pull that card out, put this card in. I then turned around and added the USB. It was a green one, not like this one, but it was a green one. Added my second antenna, boom. Then ran through the setup. I'm also doing honey gain with it. I'm also doing pawns with it. I'm also doing the Cure coin that I keep swearing I got to do a video on. And now I'm multi-mining 5 projects on that one device. Hey, I'm not going to break the bank with honey gain or pawns, but it's still a little bit here and there. And if he's putting it on several different devices, it's there. So now I've added Wingbits also to that station in Baton Rouge, which is on the other side of Baton Rouge from my other station is. I have a device right now that I'm programming, getting everything together. I told y'all before, I'm setting up something in Corpus Christi, sending out to a friend. I told y'all, I am high on Wingbits. My main goal is to set up more Wingbits devices along the Gulf Coast. But if I'm going to set up a Wingbits device, I might as well put Bitharvest on it. Hey, even if, this right here, the Helium side didn't work on it anymore, this sense cap, I can still use that as the Pi and still run Wingbits, honey gain, pawns, Cure coin on that one device when I send it to Corpus Christi or Gulf Shores, Alabama, or anything like that. That's the beauty of Bitharvest. I have one dashboard that I can sit there and manage all these projects from one dashboard. Everything can be done from this dashboard. This is just one of my stations. Again, you can't run honey gain or pawns from more than one device on the same external IP. So this is just the one easiest I found. So I can sit here and with one device, manage all my devices. I think that's worth it. My Baton Rouge station, I've had some issues with the install, and I couldn't remote into it for some reason, but I paid for the premium package. Because I paid for the premium package, the guy's source code who runs that project, he can get into it and he can help me out with it. So, and then right now they got a rebate. So you have different pricing available. They have the basic, which has these projects with it right here. And then they have the premium, which also has these projects, which again gives you a little bit of passive income. Again, doesn't blow the world away, but it's a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there. It just runs passively in the background, and you don't have to worry about it. But it has this dog tail remote that they can remote into your deal. It offers tail scale, so you can remote into it. And there'll be a fleet dashboard also coming up. But this right now is on rebate, where when you pay for $20 for this, then the $15 for this, and you'll get this back in bhst tokens. So then you get a year for free. Listen, you can't beat that right now. You get all these things. Again, not financial advice or anything like that, but I'm doing it with mine, and I'm doing it right now with this rebate. I'm showing y'all in my videos that I am paying for this. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm working for these guys on the side or anything like that, or they're paying me cash or anything like that. I do get an airdrop from them every now and then, but I've also been given airdrops for bhst token in my previous videos, my long-winded videos that everybody don't want to watch and stuff like that. For those people who do watch, I give away either the SD cards and stuff like that, VHF ones or ones like this, or I've given bhst tokens as airdrops, and I only do it for certain limited time. So I'm very high on this. All right, moving on. We got Helium. I still have Helium as mainnet. I got it number 2. But really it's kind of by itself right now as actually a paying out project. So you can thank DIMO for that. In the beginning of this video, normally I go through kind of like some of the charts, and I didn't want to waste all this time. I know a lot of people complain about how long my videos are. I really am trying to get them to a little bit shorter. So I didn't want to go through Helium and all this, Bitcoin and what that's doing right now. If you follow crypto at all in any YouTube, Twitter, you know how bad there's blood in the streets right now. If you caught my video over the weekend, I told everybody, blood in the streets, DCAN. Don't buy it all if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable, but DCAN. If you would have listened to me, I know I always say not financial advice, but there was some blood and panic in the streets on Saturday. If you would have bought any of it, you'd be up right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, Sol, it was crazy. But Helium has taken excuse my French, but an ass whooping. 7 days is down 30%, 43% in the last month. Now, we could talk about this. It's everything is down right now. Listen, I understand that, okay? And y'all can't see this because my screen's all messed up, but it's 62,000. Solana, Saturday when I did that video, it was at 126. Right now it's at 137, and my screen again doesn't want to cooperate. But if you'd have bought this, it'd been up. My point I'm trying to make with this, without going all in these charts, is yes, some of these projects can be down right now because the whole crypto market's down. Got the war going on, people have worked themselves up into panic. Even though I was telling y'all this whole time, and I'm not trying to just pat myself on the back, I just want to tell you, just the little bit I do know what I'm talking about is, you see this, whether you want to call this a, dead cow bounce or whatever people are calling it this week. Even Helium, you're looking at 426. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I would say this. And if you told me 6 months, a year ago, I would say this, I would tell you were drunk and fell off your rocker. There's a part of me, if I had, which I definitely do not have right now, if I had the extra cheddar on the side, if you have any inkling at all, there are some people who continue to argue with me that Helium with no doubt in this bull market because of how much this Helium Mobile is driving this. they will see a $25 to $30 helium again. And some of them are saying there's no problem with getting the 40. This is not financial advice. I'm going to tell you all this a lot. But if you have any inkling in your groins that this might possibly happen, there's a part of it that says you might just want to buy this instead of waiting for your miner to make it or convert an IoT. You know, you're talking about college math fails me again, but you know, you're talking about like a 10x if this gets back over $40. Actually, I used the calculator and cheated just like high school. All-time high on this is $55. If you think possibly that this could go back up there, if you think possibly this could go back up there, I'm not saying that. I don't know how. Doesn't matter what I think. If you think possibly that this could go up there, you're talking about a 13x from this point. Might be good just to buy some helium, shove it on the side. Hell, like I said, even if it gets to $20, $25, that's a 5 or 6x right there. You can't guarantee that in a bunch of some of these other tokens right now. Helium Mobile's not going anywhere. They're expanding. More and more stuff using it. Helium HNT has to get burnt during that data process with Helium Mobile. Just saying. So right now, I'm still making 7,000 IoT a day. I got my miner in Baton Rouge back online. That was down. That's another reason why I took that trip out there when I swapped it out with Bitharvest. I had to take a trip out there because the miner was down. The ISP swapped out a modem to a new fiber modem. They went away from AT&T to something else. They didn't put a router in. They said there was a router there. Luckily, I brought another router there. Hopefully, I'm not speaking too fast for y'all. And I had to take a trip out there anyway, so I said, why not swap it out with Bitharvest anyway? And that's what I did. So that helium miner is back up. I'm making 900, almost 1,000 HNT a day downtown Baton Rouge with helium. There is that much. It is right off the interstate. Please go check out that video. It is right next to that interstate. It is right next to the Mall of Louisiana, and it is picking up some IoT data. It is crushing it. And again, I'm making 900 to 1,000 a day IoT just there alone. So I'm probably making a little bit more than this 7,000. Basically, all my helium miners are back online. At one time, I had almost 4 down, and now they're back up. So I'm making 7,000 a day. But with the price of this IoT, I'm making less than I was last week. Last week, I was at 6,000 IoT, and I was making $8 a day at this price. Now, I'm doing this. So, there's a part of me that I almost wonder if I should just keep the IoT because the IoTs might go back to a decent price, but I'm converting that IoT right now. I was every now and then putting it into HNT. Some days I was splitting it, 3,500 to Souls, 3,500 to HNT. It kind of just matters what my fat gut thinks at that time. But with Solana being at $130 right now, I think that is a steal, and you're burglarizing it when you're getting in at this price. It was at $200 something just a few weeks ago. So majority of it is going to Solana. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because I can also stake that Solana on Exodus and make a pretty decent return on that also. So there's that also. Weather XNET, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on. It's the same old, you know what. I'm at 201 coins. My only confusion right now, and again, y'all know I do this right after work. I don't have I've researched some of these other projects so much today that I haven't had a chance to look into Weather XM. I kept reading that whatever coins you were receiving, and I said this in the last several videos, is these coins you're receiving right now during testnet don't mean diddly squat because it's just testing the payout system. But yet now, with one of the recent updates to the app, you're starting to see where it says 3.3 days, 3.3 per day is what I'm making, plus a 0.223 testnet bonus, which makes it sound like this is the bonus you're going to receive for being part of the testnet early. And then, so that's added to this, which gets me to the 3.4, 3.5 every day. But again, I'm told that this right here doesn't matter because it's testnet. I am so confused on this. If y'all know, please feel free to comment, set me straight in the comments. It will be no disrespect. Again, I can't keep up with all these different projects. It's my bad. I know I'm the one doing the YouTube page. It's my responsibility to do it, but I just can't keep up with all of them. WeatherXM, I don't think I'm gonna break the bank with it. So I guess that's why I'm just letting it sit up there on the positive. Y'all know I'll get positives where positives are due. For the first time ever, and I think I've had this since February. For the first time ever, I have 100% for 7 days in a row. Again, I haven't touched it since the day I installed it. Well, actually, I did touch it because I actually added the external antenna and had the thing facing straight up now about 2 days later. So remember, last week, I think I had 1 day that it wasn't 100%. Weeks before that, I had 3 days. This thing is so wonky. It just runs. It's nice to look up there, see how warm it's getting. You know, right now it's 80 degrees with 7-mile-an-hour winds at the southwest. Humidity is only 67%. Beautiful day here, 67% humidity. So that's WeatherXM. Can't tell you that much more about it. You know, and somebody asked me, would I start purchasing some of these products? And you're going to see down here where this has been moved to researching. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get back to that. So, you know, next we have Motus. Motus, I'm still, you know, hitting along, you know, as I get in the car, set it up. I'm using a spare phone for that. And I'm at 100%. Don't pay no mind. It's 152. I didn't update that yet, but I am at 1900. I don't know what any of that means, you know, because we're not on testnet. I haven't really been updated on where we go, when anything, you know, we know Motus has been doing some stuff behind the scenes and stuff. Supposed to be updating their devices and how it connects and stuff like that. I haven't really heard that much more about it. So we can move on. Silencio, same thing. I haven't really heard that much more about it. I am at 77-day streak. Last week I was at 21,000. I'm at 21,000 again, and I've been busting my butt at this a lot. However, so last night, y'all know I got a lot of stuff going on right now between work and everything else, and I actually missed my day streak last night, and I didn't realize this until I woke up this morning and I had the warning from Silencio that said, you know, you better do a test or you're going to lose out on your rank. So this morning I was disgusted, but to my happiness, I guess you would say, Silencio actually allows you a mulligan for missing, but you had to pay like 1,500 tokens or something like that. So my tokens took a hit, but I gladly paid it to keep my 77-day streak going. I have to be honest with you. If I would have lost my streak and started over again, I would have not be doing it every day like I'm doing it now. Silencio is another one I talk about every week that at some point I would like to see just some news on testnet, mainnet, what it's going to pay or something like that. Just to, and this isn't just me. Hate to keep regurgitating stuff over and over. We're not doing this for Lambos. I'm not doing this for Lambos. I want to live comfortable. I don't want to live with how I'm dealing with, like living right now with having to pay all this stuff and different things that with life. And I know majority of y'all, some of y'all don't want to admit it. I can admit it because I'm honest with y'all. I don't want to continue living like this. I want to be able to live comfortable with my family, be able to do the things that they want to do, not have to tell them no. My point I'm trying to get is, I'm not looking for Lambos. I'm also not looking for a nickel a day from Silencio either. I'd like to know where that's going to be paying. What's Motus going to be doing? What's WeatherXM going to be doing? What's NATIX, Grass, Wingbits, all of them. So, you know, I'd like to see Silencio, a little bit of movement. Last I heard, you know, they did the big, they joined up with NATIX, and that's the last I've really heard about it. So, again, if y'all have updates, let me know. Put it in there. Put it in the comments below. So, NATIX, I'm still doing NATIX. I have 20,000 tokens. I set it up every time I get in the car, almost every time. If I'm only going 1 or 2 blocks down, I'm be honest with you, I'm not doing it. I'm not even linking my Motus because they're not paying. And I've talked about this on my other channels. You know, again, that's on me. But I am ranked 725, which I'm going the wrong way, which I can't believe because I told you I went Friday to Slidell to check out the tornado damage. That's an hour, a little over an hour ride for me. I rode around Slidell, helping my friends out, checking on some people. I rode around Slidell for 3 or 4 hours, then drove back. That was hours and hours in that vehicle. Those NATIX tokens should have upped me. I then went to Baton Rouge Saturday. That's an hour drive, an hour back. Also went eat Hooters in Baton Rouge, which was 15 minutes out the way, 15 minutes back. My point I'm trying to make is I should be loading up on these NATIX, and yet my rank is going away. I'm wondering if the top 700 people are all over the road truckers and people working for Uber and stuff like that, because I'm driving. Drive 30 minutes to work every day and back, plus everything I'm doing during work when I'm driving. And I'm slipping the other direction. Again, this NATIX right here, tokens, these 65,000 ain't going to move because they only do that, I guess, at the end of the month. But right now I'm at 20,000. There is a new thing called nitro setting. I didn't really read into that. I didn't get a chance. However, I did see that on my app that you can sign up for nitro and it's supposed to multiply some things as long as you're moving and stuff like that. I signed up for it. I don't know how much you got to move for it or what it entails and stuff like that. I'll try to get some, whether I can do a separate video during the week or next Monday's update. On these Monday updates, I don't have a lot of time to deep dive into a lot of these projects. I'm just trying to give y'all an overall of what's going on with them. So we'll find out what the new NATIX thing is. Grass, I don't know. Epoch 4 actually started already, so they'll ignore that part. But I'm at 1,306,000 tokens. That's right. Gained 87,000 since last week. But grass is another one. We keep hearing, don't worry, bro, it's coming. Trust us, bro, it's coming. And you haven't heard much about it. So we'll see what's happening with grass. It's running on my laptops. I got most of my laptops back running on my different networks. Again, I'm at 1,306,000 tokens. I don't check it all the time. If it was paying, something else was going on with it, I would. All right, Wingbits. I might take a little bit of time on this Wingbits one. So Wingbits does have several updates actually going on. So unofficially, off the record, I guess you could say that, because there has not been a official announcement from Wingbits on what I'm about to say. However, it was slipped in a conversation on Discord that they're aiming for a testnet sometime in May. So I guess that's still technically Q2 for testnet. I think that would be a huge step compared to some of the other projects that we throw shade at, as the kids say. But I think Wingbits going to a testnet in May will be a huge step for them. I'm 100% still in support of them. I 100% still like the project. I will not sit here and lie to y'all, look y'all in the eye and lie to y'all and say, it may be just because my checkbook is so empty right now doing all this stuff. I'm trying to buy Solana at $120 and AVAX and pay for taxes and pay for dental bills for kids and all this other stuff I got going on. Softball still going on. So trust me, this might just be my empty checkbook talking, but I'm not going to sit and lie to you and tell you that I still kind of wish we were moving along and getting ready to start paying out. But again, we got in this project knowing that they were very early, much earlier than these other projects. And we knew it'd be some time before we got to a test net and a main net. That's on us. What I like about it is, just like some of these projects, that it doesn't cost anything to get in. Yeah, you might have to cost for your little SDR and your antenna and your feed line. But if you already have a Helium miner or something like that that you want to convert or get a love potato, you have to pay for those little bit of parts. But you're not paying for $100-something license like you are with Fry, or $200-something, $300, $400 like you are with some of these, Fry and some of these other devices you have to buy. You're not paying $600 like you do for GEODNET. You're not paying $800 or $900 it is that you want for Bird or Chirp or whatever the hell that other project is that, from what I understand, isn't even close to any of this, but yet they want $800 from you. So with Wingbits, there's no license fees or anything like that. You set it up, you stick the antenna up. That's what we like about it. So they do have a video coming up that will explain the dashboard coverage a little more. There's been a lot of questions about the dashboard, with how the coverage is and different things like that. The Wingbits team is in Dubai this week for a big conference. It's called Token 2049. I'm not familiar with it. I'm not gonna make it sound like it's something great or not great. I'm not familiar with the convention or what it is, but it seems to be a pretty big deal from what the comments are that I'm seeing from people. So that's awesome. They are amazed at the tenant distribution around the globe. They are in 65 countries right now. 2.5 billion daily position updates and counting. Think about that. They are gathering 2.5 billion insets of data, if that's the word you want to use, and counting. So they have a lot of news that will be coming up soon. Also, when they get back from this convention, that over the next couple of weeks. One thing they did want to harp on is the daily data points that you're seeing on your dashboard. Now, what you're seeing down here, this is for 7 days. I'm at 308 million for 7 days. 30 days, I am at 1.4 billion. This is just data points. This is not coins. This is not testnet coins. This is not crypto. This is not wing tokens or anything like that. There seems to be more people asking about this, and they wanted that clarified. So make sure y'all understand that. Earlier, we discussed the new station put in Baton Rouge. You can see the 2 yellows up here. So, yesterday alone, that new station had 4.8 million. If y'all remember, if y'all saw it, it does have a green SDR. However, the only antenna at this time that I had, it was a last minute install that I had access up there. So I had a 5.5 Helium antenna that I took down from another video that y'all saw when I replaced it with a 1090, and y'all saw the big increase on the 1090 antennas. So this does show you, however, that you can get by with a Helium antenna. But you can see right here, this was the first day I had it. This was yesterday, but you can see where I have this Corpus Christi station going up soon. So that's what now this will give me this. And again, I keep telling y'all I'm putting a station somewhere around here, which I'm hoping will give me this. And then I will be the godfather of the Gulf. I'm hoping this Corpus Christi one, I don't know what elevation it's going to be possible, because the antenna's only going to be 10, 15 feet off the air, off the ground. But I'm hoping it gets me, a good quarter of the southern part of Texas also. But remember, this is not data points. It surprises me the amount of people that get into this Discord and asking, where can I see my tokens I've gathered so far? How do you get in the project and you're asking that question now after you signed up and you didn't research that? And that's how the attacks start. So people need to start doing that kind of, a little bit better research on that. What else for Wingbits? They plan on doing some kind of streamline where it will not prompt you for the antenna location, but that's not going to be done for a while. But it basically, the way it's explained to me is, right now, when you are on Wingbits, the install, you can copy just the name. You do the generic install script, and then you just paste that name in there. Now, when you create a new antenna, each antenna is going to have its own custom script, where it's automatically going to have the name in it and the location. So you don't have to worry about doing a set, location script or anything like that. I think that's a pretty cool idea, to be honest with you. If it works out that way and it's not too much of a headache for them, I know they got a lot of stuff going on, but that's a pretty cool idea from what I understand. If any of y'all know Gertz was with us in the previous project for a little while. I think he smartened up earlier and bailed. This one. He smartened up and bailed before the rest of us did. And he was also, I think, with Helium too, but Gertz came up with that as a suggestion, and they are looking into that. So you'll have just one install to do, kind of like per device. And 2 more things that I wanted to say is, over the next week to 30 days, there are a lot of announcements coming up with Wingbits. They don't want to, with these businesses and stuff like that, partnerships, you don't want to announce anything too fast before ink is dry or anything like that. I'm sure they're working on some of that while they're at this convention that's going on. But they put an announcement that over the next 30 days, probably starting next week also, you'll start seeing a lot of new announcements and some good things coming and releases and stuff that will be coming out. Make sure you stay tuned. I've told you about all these projects. You have to be in the Discord to learn about all the different updates in these projects. Also, they hit the 1,000 station goal that they had for beta. They set out to make sure that, you know, or goal to have 1,000 antennas or 1,000 stations set up by beta, and they hit that 1,000, which I think is pretty cool. You know, my biggest question to them was, where's the AMA that they promised with me? Look, I know these guys are busy. These guys got a lot going on. Some of them have kids too. They got family stuff going on also. And during the day, they're working out these programs and different things like that. So, you know, I just kind of keep gently reminding them. They say it's going to happen. Hey, as long as they say it's going to happen, then they don't tell me we ain't doing it. Part of it is some of them are across the pond, as we say. And during my daytime is when their nighttime is. And my nighttime late at night is when their daytime. So trying to get it down at the same time is just hard also. But we're going to get that to happen. Y'all know I'm very big on AMAs. It means a lot to me, strictly because of the last project screwing that over so bad. So AMAs are a big thing that I have for credibility for these projects. Hivemapper. Hivemapper is another one that took a hit on the pricing. Again, we're not going to go too crazy on that because we know everything is down right now. So Hivemapper honey's down a little bit less than a dime right now. It's down 10% in the last week, 28% in the last 7 days, and 41 cents. Where this hurts at is right here, where you see that I have ordered that B camera to come in, the B camera to come in. I'm supposed to be getting 4,000 bonus. For the last 4 weeks, I've been telling y'all, hey, I didn't mind because the 4,000 bonus would easily pay for the $400 camera, plus give me a little bit extra. Now, if honey doesn't come back up, which I think it will, I'm joking around with y'all, but the problem is right now at 9 cents, I'm only getting $360. So the 4,000 bonus tokens is not going to cover the cost of my camera if it doesn't go up. This is another one that I really probably, you know, I'm waiting on for arrival on it. So that's why I have it in this section I have called waiting on arrival. Y'all see this new section I'm about to come up to. It might have to be placed here. Times are tight. That $450 that I put on this that I can get a refund on would help me out a lot. It'll help me finish my computer build I got. It would help me with a lot of things. Trying to hold out. But if this token keeps going the wrong way, it might be another one of my infinite bad decisions in life. But it is something that I'm contemplating. So I'm watching some videos today I saw of Hivemapper that are putting out, and people are talking about all this money they make, all this money they make. And then you watch the video and you find out, well, they got two cameras. They got a camera in the front and a camera on the side. So they're kind of almost doubling up rewards. And then you're thinking, well, I'm not buying two of these cameras. So it's something that y'all might want to think about for the people who still have to buy. You got to remember, as these devices come in, which way rewards are going to go down, because that's all kind of getting split. We saw what happened with Helium, and I'm starting to see people even actually mentioning that in videos now. That's something you need to be worried about and concerned with. DIMO might take the rest of the time up in this video. I don't know what other word to use, so y'all gotta excuse me, but I am thoroughly pissed off at DIMO. Some closed-minded things. The people that are on the Discord are even more closed-minded, and some of them don't even work for DIMO. To make a long story short, I got a new vehicle for work. I have 3 DIMO devices I've told y'all about. I have a DIMO device in my wife's vehicle and in my son's truck. It works great. I had it set up in there back in January, February. Ain't had to touch it. They don't have to touch it. They don't have to sync nothing. They drive around and make pennies a day. Now, my work truck, however, well, work said after 4 years, we lease our vehicles at work. At 4 years, I had to turn mine in. We're doing so great on leases because of how much they hold in value. I got a truck, kind of an upgraded truck. I'm happy with it. But that's because we're getting so much money back on these leases. I had to turn my vehicle in. I didn't want to. I liked it. What I'm getting at is I didn't have a choice. I have to swap my DIMO out now from my other vehicle to this vehicle. And now I'm going to get screwed on my streak. And I just think that's BS. I think that there needs to be a little more open-minded talking this. You only have to be connected once per week to keep your streak alive. I was using my vehicles every day. Every day they connected to my Helium miner at my house or around where my kids go to school, my wife goes to work. Every day they were connecting. But technically, you only have to do it once per week. But I got a-holes in the Discord who are roasting me because they're like, you don't understand what streaks and keeping the data flowing and stuff like that means if you arguing about what I'm arguing about. Nimrod, you only have to have this thing connected once per week. What are you lecturing me about? So you're telling me that if y'all wanted, why can't they start this thing that, once per year, if you have to change a vehicle, you should be able to swap it from one vehicle to the other vehicle once every 365 days or once every calendar year. I mean, if I do this on a Wednesday and move it over to a Thursday, what are y'all missing out on? The Motus thing, I can go and if I'm taking my wife's car today on a Saturday all over town, I can plug it into there and get points for it. The next day, I can plug it into another vehicle and get points all day for it. And next day, get another one all day for it. I agree. That's not the same vehicle. That's a little extreme and probably needs to be corrected also. But you telling me, one guy told me, I think it was like, he was there from the beginning and his DIMO product went out, not under his control. The DIMO product went out and he had like a 90-week, you realize 90 weeks is a year and 9 to 10 months? And he lost the streak because the DIMO device went out. Look, y'all thought I did some nasty videos on Defli when he was screwing people over? I would have got letters from attorneys, real attorneys, with DIMO if that would have happened to me, because that is some closed-minded, stupid. I don't know how else to describe it. Y'all put y'all adjectives and thesaurus to work in the comments and tell me what y'all think. If y'all think I'm wrong, that's wrong. But explain why I'm wrong. It just needs to be connected once per week. My work vehicle was connected up to last, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. So on Thursday, if I would have put it onto another vehicle, it still would have been connected on the new vehicle in the same week. Why am I going to lose my streak? I'll tell you what I did, just to prove everybody what I'm trying to say. My old work vehicle, I took it out last Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was. I didn't even do nothing with it yet. Just to get one more credit last night, just to show everybody how I can not plug it in for 5 days and still get the same amount of credit. But yet if I try to move it to another vehicle, I'm going to lose it. That is idiotic and stupid. It needs to be changed. So where's DIMO at? Well, DIMO's suffering from the same thing everybody else is suffering from. Blood in the streets. To me, they're a little worse, but in 7 days, it's at 20%. 1 month, it's at 26%. So maybe not as worse when you start spreading it out. But where it really hurts, and look, this isn't just me being my negative normal self. This is people in the Discords who are starting to notice this. This is people on Twitter starting to notice this. This is people on YouTube starting to notice this. Not just the grumpy dad, but more people in the public. So one thing I've also noticed is that back here, they were getting 5,000 to 6,000 more people. Then it went to 3,000 more. Then 2,000 more. And now we got another only 2,000 more connected. So you went from 78,000 cars to 80,000 cars. I think it's because nobody's getting supply in. So again, this is what other people are saying also. This isn't just me being my normal grumpy self. At this point, if you really, really believe in DIMO project, which I do, just like I say with Helium, the Helium project itself, I still think it still can go. The mining side, I'm not that comfortable with. I would not buy Helium IoT miners today at all. I got 20 something of them, 20 of them or whatever. I already have them. There's no reason not to take them offline. People who say I'm taking these offline, who cares, man? You're an idiot. Shut up. DIMO, if you really believe in the project, at this point, I would contemplate taking money and just buying the token, especially at this price. You're buying a device now. It's going to take 2 or 3 months to come in. I'm making 66 cents a day. If you look at this right here, last week I was at $296. I made my ROI on my 3 devices I bought. That was at 739 coins at 40 cents. The coin's now down to 31 cents. So now I went from 739 coins to 784 coins, but at 31 cents, I'm only at 243. But when you buy 3 devices at $89, that's $267. So now I have, even the last 2-3 weeks, I said, oh, I've already ROI'd. I'm not worried about it. Now I have fell under ROI. Again, I think all these coins are going back up in price. Nobody has to text that and type that out. I'm just trying to say maybe some of these projects need to be put under this section that I created. Said, is it kind of better to buy the coin possibly? Just like HNT, just like maybe mobile, just like maybe IoT. If you really believe in these projects and stuff like that, maybe that's what's going on with that. Contemplating. All right, I know I'm running long. I apologize. That's why there's chapters. Y'all bear with me. But GEODNET, I'm going to say this again with GEODNET. Y'all have heard me cry to y'all over the last hour about how broke I am right now. But I'm telling y'all right now, not financial advice. Not financial advice. Because I don't know what the future of the world is. I don't know what the future of GEODNET is. If I had $600 laying around in the crack of the sofa of my sofa, I'll be buying a GEODNET right now. Whatever it takes to do the triple mining and all that stuff like that, if I had to buy an extra part for it, people are making bank with GEODNET. It's a good project. It's got good promise with all the GPS and everything it's doing. Tokens going down a little bit. I don't care. But they have people making. Now, there is a halving rewards coming in July, but this project has some good promise. And because it's $600 device, there's not a lot of people buying them, apparently. You can also, if you want to, really, get a Fry miner license, I'm told, and add that to GEODNET. That's on you. But I'm telling you, if I had $600, this would not be in researching. This would be up here somewhere on mainnet. Because it's on mainnet. There's no test net. It's not on beta. It's not, we ain't got to worry about, what it is, or what the rewards are going to be. It's full-fledged going. XNET. I've had a lot of people ask me about XNET. I have been researching the hell out of XNET up until 2 hours ago. Over the weekend, all day today to 2 hours ago. And I am just as torn on it as I was before I started. For every positive video I find negative reviews. For every negative review I found positive reviews. I don't know if there's certain people just not happy. I try not to let 1 or 2 bad comments taint me. But after I've been burned by a certain project, I tend to sometimes listen a little closer to the negativity. First, I will say this. XNET, supposedly you could offload AT&T stuff to it. That's great. AT&T, despite what anybody wants to think, especially with FirstNet, is the largest cellular provider in the United States from what I'm told. And I know at my work, majority of us have AT&T or FirstNet because Verizon doesn't work well out here. T-Mobile shows that you have a signal, but sometimes it doesn't work. AT&T is. I could set up an XNET here at my office, and there's 30 to 40 phones that would connect to it. But what I'm told and when I reached out to certain people to ask for their honest review, again, keeping their name off the record, and even going to Discord, there's nothing official from AT&T stating they have a deal with XNET, which made me wonder. So when I started digging into this, came across this, and I was told to go look at this by more than one person. Now, these two people could be roommates, Fallout Doe, but on Discord, there were two different people. That Google has something called Orion that does this same thing. And they actually have an agreement with AT&T. And now I will tell you this, and y'all know I will always tell y'all disclaimers when I have disclaimers. I cannot back this up at all. I'm just telling you what some people have said, and this could be completely wrong, and I'm doing a disservice by XNET by saying this, but y'all asked for review, and this is what I'm finding and doing some of my research, that all XNET doing is repurposing Orion devices. That whatever XNET is paying out now between some rewards and onboarding and with airdrops if you buy this stuff and something like that. And somebody else said, I got a report that they're claiming they're giving you 2,000 when they drop, when you buy it, and once you do so much, but then there's always an excuse why they can't give you that 2,000 for some reason. Again, I have not seen that. I have not witnessed that. I don't know that. So, I said, I'm just telling you some of the things I found. I'm told that when people question certain things in the Discord, it's being removed. I'm told by some people that it's just the same 2 or 3 guys that keep asking stupid questions over and over who want free stuff, and that's why they're removed. And that the project, people like the project. People are making money with the project. One guy claims that he offloaded X amount of gigabytes, but was only paid for some of it. Again, that's his disclaimer. How are you going to prove if that's true or false? The only way you're going to prove that is if by you buying one of them devices. They're $199. From what I understand, if the airdrop does work, these 2,000 XNET tokens, if you get them, depending on what the price is, should pay for around half of this device. So then you only have to ROI $100. What I'm hearing is they have people making over $100 a month on that. What do I feel right now? If y'all want my dead honest opinion, I would take a chance on it. If you have a place to put this, I'm going to say this, it ain't going to work in your house. Even if you, your wife, and your 2 or 3 kids have AT&T, it's not going to be enough data going across it to make it worth your while. That has been proven. They don't hide that. People talk about that. However, if you have a buddy that owns a gym or a coffee shop, AT&T is popular. You can say what you want. Y'all can slam it all y'all want. AT&T is popular. And if it offloads to this while people are in the gym using Instagram and sharing Snapchat videos and doing in the bathroom, doing who knows what disgusting dirtiness, I would take a chance on it. Think right now, if I had $200 laying around, I know y'all sick of hearing me say how tired I am right now. But if this deal's still going on when I get paid again in 2 or 3 weeks, because if I got a little overtime on it, I'll probably take a swing at this. I've wasted $200 on other stupid projects. I mean, hell, I'm down almost $2,000 in Defli, and I'll never see that again. So, I would take a swing at it. Again, people at my office, a bunch of people have AT&T, and I have my own network here that I pay for out of my own pocket. I can hook this up to that. Why not? What's the difference between that or hitting the cellular tower behind me? AT&T wants to offload stuff. So now, some of these other items that they have, you have to be in certain areas for it. Some of y'all might be in areas for it. What I'm told and what I've read is if you are in some of these towns that get these big bonuses, it's really worth y'all's while to get this thing. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what some of these other devices, especially these outdoor devices and these crazy Lucius, really, they say ludicrous speed. I guess they need to do another Spaceballs thing. But So I don't know exactly what they pay and what they don't pay. And from what I understand is you can also, this is CBRS, but you can also plug in, I think it's this device, to your Helium CBRS thing. Again, y'all have to do your own research on that. But for understand, listen, despite what the couple of bad reviews I've had on it, for $100, if you get that after the airdrop or whatever you get, I would take a chance on it. That's my review. Now, another thing, y'all know that we're about to discuss the next thing on this list. The next thing on this is FryMiner. Y'all know one of my biggest things that I've complained about FryMiner. When you look up Fry on CoinMarketCap, Fry, after all this time, is still not here. Well, guess what? XNET isn't either. I am a little bothered by that. However, XNET is on CoinGecko. They have had a 31% drop today, which is more than a lot of other people. Here's Fry. Fry's down a tad bit also. If you remember, at one point, this was at a penny. So they've had more than a 50% drop since all this started. But for some reason, CoinGecko does not update it when you press 1 month and all that stuff like that. It just does. It stays at this 8%. But yeah, a month ago, this was at over 1 penny, a little over 1 penny, and we're down to 0.002. That's a hell of a fall. So FryMiner is another one. If you like the token, if you think the project's going to be worthwhile, they got their hands on a lot of projects. I've always said if all those projects can somehow work out and they get customers for them and everything like that, this could be a good project. I'm not spending the money right now on this project. That's just me. If you feel like, especially at the 0.002, this was at a penny, this might be a hell of a buy. I didn't even think about that. Yes, that shows you how slow I am. Hell, that's a 5x right there if it gets back to a penny. And it was a little bit over a penny. Hey, you might just want to buy some Fry token, wherever it's at. So I felt it was also my duty to also say projects I do not think people should go into. Again, not financial advice. I've always said this project could work out to be something. Monkeys might fly out my butt, and I will come on here and apologize as a man and even pay for YouTube advertising to put that video out to more people that I was wrong about Defli. So far, 12 months later, my money is safe. What to say about Defli that I haven't said yet? This video is for people who might just be first looking into Defli. You go into the Discord, everything looks great. Well, yeah, because if you say anything negative about it, if you question anything about it, if you say that you talked to people and they said something negative about it, or that you talked about Defli in another Discord or somewhere else, you're banned. You're banned out the Discord. So, of course, there's only people that are going to be in the Discord are people who love Defli. Remember that. Part of your research. Remember, do your own research. Well, here it is. Of all the claims that they've had over the last 12 months, all the partnerships, Walmart's, and this company on the Mississippi River, and everything else, you can't substantiate a single one of them. The only articles you find on the internet about Defli are articles that Defli put out, or it's one of these websites that you, like medium.com, where you pay to have somebody put it out. Even the article that they talked about, that unmanned, whatever it is, website, that got pulled down. Now they're on Discord complaining that it's so bad that anytime they mention anything about another company, those companies get spammed by emails. Listen, y'all know I'm a straight shooter. It pains me to say this. There's a small part of me that has to agree with Defli that it does look really bad for any company. I've always said, some of these crypto people, us crypto people, we're some toxic people. And I do understand to a point where they come from. Defli is saying that they mentioned a company that they were just in talks with, didn't even partner up with them. They're admitting that they didn't partner up with them. And that company got hammered with emails. Guys, y'all might have to just elect the president, join a, do a club and just say, okay, only 1 or 2 people are going to email this company, not 100. Now, the flip side of me also says this is y'all's fault. Y'all have yet to be honest about anything. Y'all brought this on yourselves with the constant lies about partnership, the fake profiles on 2 different websites, teams that don't exist, and lies about CEX listings. I keep saying one day I'm gonna start a countdown on the bottom of this website that says this is how many days it's been since the CEX that they promised us back in September and October. Never happened. We keep hearing about Drodek. Drodek was supposed to go to Aerodrome 3-4 months ago. That's why they went to base. Might have been longer than 3 or 4 months ago. That was coming around the corner. February 1st or March 1st, whatever it was, Coinbase was imminent. #imminent. We keep using imminent, that there'll be an announcement imminently about a listing. Dude, we're 45 days later. Then they're going to say it's because there's so much toxic. Look, every project that's out there, there's somebody negative talking about it. I don't care what project it is. Bring it up. Name something. There's always somebody talking negative about a project. They're still succeeding. How about this? Quit lying about the stuff y'all doing. Substantiate that stuff. Show us stations on all these Walmarts that you said that y'all are doing, even though you can't find a single shred of evidence that exists. You said now they're saying that there's going to be a fly pool, and at first they said the only way you'll be able to exchange fly is from the wallet, and that's the only way you'll be able to exchange your DFly and DSky and DCharge and Drodek and whatever else tokens they got. They come up with new token every other week to keep y'all interested, and the only way to exchange that would be through the wallet. Well, apparently somebody must have told them about my video and what some other people have been saying, how, well, that means if you're not with DFly now, you're gonna be locked out of those tokens. So now he's putting in his Discord that despite BS rumors, you will be able to exchange your fly for all these other tokens. Well, how? Because you're saying that it's going to be in the wallet. He repeats that in a later Discord again, how the exchange is going to be direct from the wallet. We've seen in the past when he supposedly was making a exchange on a website, how that went. But hey, I've been wrong before. I've gotten 2 different emails, because I asked for these, 2 different emails from people stating that, again, I know y'all ain't gonna be able to believe this. Y'all not gonna believe this. I'm not tell y'all, but when all this stuff went around Walmart or whatever it was a couple of months ago, and you couldn't bring your own self-built projects, you had to buy a device from them. They bought devices. They didn't listen to me. My favorite words are, "I told you so." Got it written on the board behind me. Didn't listen. Now they're getting the runaround. Where's the devices at? Both of them. Color me surprised. But guess what? If you keep deleting everybody out of the Discord, it's a rinse and repeat. It's a rinse and repeat. You know what's going to happen soon when Fly doesn't make it? Watch there be another new token that comes out. That one's going to promise to be on the exchange. That one's going to promise to be in the pool. There's going to be another big announcement that, hey, we just teamed up with Target now. We're going to target Target's problem. Buy this token today, though. If you get in now, we'll airdrop you the new D-Target coin. Y'all be careful with these projects. I'm not going over all this. This video has gone long enough, and I'm going to just keep saying over and over, keep your heads about y'all. Don't sell on the way down. Don't catch the falling knife. We're going to recover. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, driving crypto down. It's a buying opportunity. Y'all got the money. I don't. It's killing me that I can't buy Solana at $120 something. It's killing me that I can't buy WIF at 2 something. It's killing me I can't buy Atom and even Ethereum and Bitcoin. But keep your heads about you. This will recover. You got the halving coming up in 5 days, and then we've seen the parabolic moves after that. So I will I'm here to help y'all as much as possible. I know this video went long. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do because some of y'all really like these projects. But the more projects we start looking into, the longer these videos are going to get. So I apologize for that. I'll try to do it. Please, if y'all can do anything, just please like this video. Hit the subscribe button. Share it on Twitter for me, please. I'm really trying to build this channel up. And my biggest thing right now is I need watch hours. I'm at the verge of being compensated for watch hours. That's my last step. There's several steps to be compensated as a channel. My last thing is watch hours. I am several hundred short. You need 4,000 watch hours. I'm at 3,600, something like that. So look, on these long-winded videos, just press play, put your phone on mute, put your laptop on mute, and let it play while you go and play Call of Duty like I do, or eat dinner, eat lunch. Help brother out, please, please. Thank y'all for everything. Y'all know I try to be honest with y'all. I know there's gonna be people who don't like what I said in some of these videos. I apologize to y'all, but I keep it real. Anything I say can be backed up with facts, even the stuff about XNET. I have that in Discord or in private message that people have told me. But I've also told y'all when I said I can't substantiate it, it's just these people's words. The stuff like with Defli and stuff, that's all fact. I got that screenshot. So it's just me being honest with y'all so y'all don't make some of the bad financial decisions, or y'all can make some good financial decisions with some of these projects and make some decent money. So I'm rambling on. Can't do that. Got to get to the gym. My son's waiting on me. Thank y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.